For more than a year, Donald Trump has been the people's champion, and tonight he is once again their candidate. But what about Ivanka Trump? Take another look. Behind the designer heels and perfect smile lies a billionaire life built on ambition, controversy, and a cold, calculated kind of power. She isn't just Donald Trump's daughter. She is his polished, unstoppable legacy. From secret deals in the West Wing to a $400 million empire stretching from boardrooms to fashion catwalks, Ivanka played the game, and she played to win. Get ready to uncover 8 shocking truths about her rise to the top. The last one will leave you speechless. As Donald Trump mounts his 2024 re-election campaign, many are asking, where is Ivanka Trump? Once hailed as her father's female counterpart, she wasn't just a familiar face on the campaign trail. She was a power in her own right. Known for her sharp drive, unshakable calm, and prominent role as a senior White House advisor, Ivanka carved out her place at the decision-making table long before headlines named her the favorite Trump child. At just 19, she made Forbes' list of America's favorite daughters. By 2017, she was one of the world's most powerful women, not just in the White House, but shaping it from the inside. She was born into gold-plated privilege, but nothing was handed to her. Ivanka Trump, born in 1981 to Donald and Ivana Trump, the glamorous Czech model and Trump's first wife, grew up in a Manhattan world paved with marble floors, private schools, and designer childhoods. She shared her upbringing with her 2 brothers, Donald Jr. and Eric, and later with half-siblings Tiffany and Barron from her father's subsequent marriages. Yet despite the opulence, Ivanka was taught a hard truth early on. Luxury doesn't come free. Donald Trump paid for her tuition and basic living expenses, but everything else, she had to earn it. Modeling during high school wasn't a choice born of vanity, it was survival. She strutted down runways and posed for Tommy Hilfiger ads while maintaining a spotless academic record. And when she graduated from the University of Pennsylvania in 2004 with a degree in economics, fluent in French and conversational in Italian, she was already laser-focused on building her own empire. Her first job wasn't sipping lattes at Trump Tower. It was rolling up her sleeves and proving herself. Ivanka began her professional career not with a silver spoon, but with a clipboard. She worked as a retail project manager at Forest City Ratner, a real estate development company in Brooklyn. It was a humbling position that demanded long hours, real grit, and results, not family name. But just a year later, she joined the Trump Organization. And when she did, she didn't just inherit an office, she earned a title. Ivanka quickly rose to become Executive Vice President of Development and Acquisitions, not because she was Donald Trump's daughter, but because she was sharp, relentless, and had her father's business instincts pulsing through her veins. She played a pivotal role in negotiating a jaw-dropping $1 billion deal to acquire Trump National Doral Miami for just $150 million. Alongside her brothers, she helped transform the Trump Hotel collection into a global luxury brand. And through it all, she wasn't just in the boardroom, she was in the trenches. Her style was polished, her confidence effortless. But behind the grace was a strategist, a force. Ivanka's elegance came with calculation. Inherited from her mother, Ivana's poise and European charm, Ivanka combined that with Donald's commanding presence and unshakable drive. Her negotiation skills were more than natural. She had trained for them since childhood, absorbing boardroom conversations the way other kids absorb cartoons. In 2014, her sharp business acumen earned her a coveted spot on Fortune's 40 Under 40 list. And that same year, the World Economic Forum named her a young global leader. But Ivanka wasn't done. She wanted to prove she was more than her father's deputy. In 2007, she launched her own lifestyle brand, one that mirrored her polished image but was rooted in real ambition. Jewelry, shoes, handbags, and fashion, with the unmistakable Trump edge. Her empire grew fast. By 2010, her shoe line became a runaway success, carried in department stores across North America. She was no longer just Ivanka Trump, the daughter. She was Ivanka Trump, the brand. She wasn't just selling luxury, she was living it, molding it, making it her own. Ivanka's brand wasn't built on fame alone. It was built on perception, precision, and relentless discipline. While others saw the glamour, Ivanka saw spreadsheets, logistics, market gaps. Her fashion line, boots that meant business, dresses that whispered power, was a message. Women could be feminine and formidable at once. She knew the balance. She embodied it. But the runway wasn't the final destination. As the political spotlight turned to her father in 2015, Ivanka quietly stepped away from her thriving business to enter a world far less predictable, the White House. And not as a figurehead, but as a voice, a woman with a seat at the table. No longer behind the scenes, she stepped into the glare of the most watched stage on earth, and did it with a poise that felt rehearsed yet deeply authentic. Inside the White House, she wasn't just the president's daughter, she was one of his most trusted advisors. At meetings with world leaders, during policy discussions, at moments of chaos and calm, Ivanka Trump's presence was both striking and strategic. She carried herself with the elegance of a diplomat, the composure of a veteran, and the intuition of a daughter who knew her father better than anyone else. She wasn't there because of her last name. She earned her space with sharp insight and a rare ability to translate emotion into action. No one understands him like she does, aides would say. And it was true. While critics questioned her role, Ivanka quietly shaped initiatives on women's empowerment, entrepreneurship, and global development. Her office was filled not with glamour, but with binders, drafts, and late-night memos. She worked the long hours, took the tough meetings, and bore the public scrutiny with a serenity that was almost impossible to imitate. She wasn't just cheering from the sidelines. Ivanka was in the war room, helping to shape the 2016 campaign from the inside out. Behind closed doors, while the media focused on the spectacle of Donald Trump's rise, Ivanka was quietly guiding strategy, tempering rhetoric, and offering counsel that few others dared to give. She advised her father on optics, how to appear presidential, how to connect with suburban women, how to soften edges without losing impact. She even weighed in on potential vice presidential picks and helped steer key decisions that would later reshape the Republican Party. When Trump finally secured victory, it wasn't just his name that won, it was a family effort, and Ivanka was at its center. In that moment, she didn't just step into a new era, she stepped into history. By the time her father became president, Ivanka was no longer just a businesswoman or a style icon. She was a full-fledged political force. Despite the outcry over nepotism, she was appointed senior advisor to the president and took on a formal, unpaid role in the White House. Alongside her husband, Jared Kushner, she moved to Washington, D.C., stepping into the high-pressure cauldron of both domestic and global diplomacy. But even before her title was official, she was already attending high-level meetings, engaging with foreign dignitaries, and shaping major policy initiatives. Media outlets couldn't ignore her growing influence. The New York Times even remarked she held more power than any first daughter or presidential aide before her. To many, Ivanka wasn't just part of the administration, she was the administration's calming center of gravity. While Melania remained reserved and enigmatic, Ivanka took center stage, poised, articulate, and politically influential. She wasn't just the first daughter by birth. She became the de facto first lady in many ways. From campaign rallies to West Wing strategy meetings, Ivanka often filled the space that Melania left quiet. But Ivanka was not just famous. She had long been a vocal advocate for women's empowerment. In 2010, she co-created the Girl Up campaign with the United Nations, using proceeds from her signature bracelet line to fund global programs for girls. She pushed for more women in STEM fields and launched initiatives aimed at economic inclusion. Her 2017 book, Women Who Work, offered both practical advice and a new perspective on modern womanhood. Through the Ivanka Trump Foundation, she poured resources into educational programs and vocational training, blending elegance with impact. Her influence extended far beyond photo ops and red carpet glamour. Ivanka became the human face of her father's administration. While critics called the Trump White House chaotic, Ivanka brought balance, poise, and an almost shocking level of composure to the storm. As first daughter, she symbolized the next generation of Trump leadership, and some even believed she might run for office herself one day. Yet, in a stunning twist after her father left office, Ivanka didn't stay in the spotlight. No farewell speech, no final rally, just quiet. family, peace. She stepped back, away from the whirlwind of U.S. politics, in a move that both shocked and intrigued the world. Their marriage wasn't just a union of two hearts, but of two dynasties, and the result was pure power. Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner, both born into privileged, ambitious families, seemed destined to collide. To many, their romance appeared inevitable, but behind the polished exterior was a story far from ordinary. As Jared later revealed in his memoir, Breaking History, their love didn't spark at a gala or socialite ball. It began at what was supposed to be a simple business meeting in 2007. But instead of dry corporate talk, the two fell into effortless conversation. No pretense, no performance, just a connection. One lunch turned into another, and before long, their lives intertwined in coffee shop chats, shared dreams, and unspoken understanding. In a decision that stunned many, Ivanka made a profound choice. She converted to Judaism for the man she loved. After a year of dating, religious differences had briefly torn them apart. But fate, as if scripted by destiny, brought them back together during a luxurious yacht vacation hosted by Wendy Murdoch, ex-wife of media mogul Rupert Murdoch. It wasn't just the ocean breeze or the glittering lights of the water. It was the undeniable bond that reignited their love. This time, they didn't let go. And in a gesture of love, of lifelong commitment, Ivanka began the rigorous process of Orthodox Jewish conversion. It wasn't a formality, it was a journey of devotion. In October 2009, she and Jared said "I do" in a lavish ceremony at the Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey. Surrounded by 500 guests and bathed in candlelight, it wasn't just a wedding, it was the birth of a partnership built on faith, family, and fierce loyalty. Nearly 15 years have passed, and Ivanka and Jared remain unshakably united, balancing public life with private devotion while raising three beautiful children: Arabella Rose, Joseph Frederick, and Theodore James. From their early days sneaking out for coffee dates in Manhattan to walking the polished halls of the White House, their love story has never been ordinary. But it was in their shared commitment as parents that their bond deepened most. They built a home where bedtime stories matter just as much as boardroom strategies, where family dinners remain sacred even amidst political firestorms. Jared once said, "Our best investment is our children." And for Ivanka, motherhood isn't a break from ambition, it's a legacy in motion. Behind every school run, every whispered prayer at night, and every photograph she posts from their sunlit family weekends, lies a choice to put family first and to build something far greater than fortune, a lasting foundation of love. Born into wealth in Livingston, New Jersey, Jared Kushner was raised in one of the most influential Jewish families on the East Coast. By the age of 30, he had already taken the reins of Kushner Companies, a multi-billion-dollar real estate investment empire, with his personal net worth estimated at over $200 million. Jared wasn't flashy. He didn't hunger for headlines or chase the limelight the way Ivanka had mastered. Instead, he was the mind behind the moves, calm, methodical, unshakably composed. It wasn't just real estate he mastered. Jared became one of the most trusted advisors to Donald Trump during his presidency, especially when it came to the most sensitive and complex issues in global diplomacy. From orchestrating historic peace agreements in the Middle East to negotiating back-channel dialogues with international leaders, Jared's portfolio resembled that of a diplomat more than a developer. While critics debated his qualifications, few could deny the magnitude of his influence within the West Wing. Unlike Trump's larger-than-life presence, Jared operated almost invisibly, yet with astonishing efficacy. His calm demeanor and laser-sharp focus offered a stark contrast to Washington's chaos, making him a rare, stabilizing force in a world that often spun too fast. Jared Kushner's influence didn't stop at politics or real estate. It extended deep into the upper echelons of Silicon Valley, Wall Street, and Hollywood. Through him, Ivanka gained access to a glittering world of power brokers, billionaires, and innovators. This wasn't just privilege, it was proximity to the most influential people alive. Jared's inner circle included titans like billionaire investor Leon Black, a man whose past ties to Jeffrey Epstein stirred controversy, as well as tech moguls like Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg and Google's Larry Page. And Ivanka? She adapted seamlessly. A social chameleon, she moved easily between worlds, from policy meetings in the West Wing to private dinners with Oprah Winfrey or exclusive galas hosted by the Kardashian-Jenner clan. These weren't just social appearances. They were calculated connections. Ivanka knew how to play the game and play it well. Her friendships were more than social currency. They were a strategic blend of influence, image, and intent. Among the most talked about connections was her enduring friendship with Kim Kardashian. As Kim began working with the Trump administration on criminal justice reform, their alliance grew deeper. Two media powerhouses bonding over more than just fashion. They vacationed together. They appeared at high-profile fundraising events. And in those elite circles of American celebrity, Ivanka and Jared were not guests. They were hosts. Step into Ivanka Trump's $24 million dream home in Miami, and you're stepping into a world of deliberate luxury, tucked away on the ultra-exclusive Indian Creek Island, often dubbed the Billionaire's Bunker. This waterfront estate is not just a house, it's a statement. Before moving in, Ivanka and Jared reportedly spent $32.2 million on a nearby empty lot, once owned by Julio Iglesias. But it was this villa that captured their hearts. The estate reflects a seamless fusion of old money sophistication and modern glamour. The crown jewel? A sprawling resort-style pool surrounded by carefully manicured greenery and calming water features. It's more than a backyard. It's a wellness retreat, a sanctuary where power pauses for peace. Ivanka often shares serene moments from this oasis on Instagram, meditating under palm trees, watching her kids laugh barefoot on the sleek stone tiles, or hosting candlelit birthday dinners beneath a sky full of stars. Inside, the dining room looks like it was lifted straight out of an Architectural Digest spread, a blend of European opulence and minimalist serenity. Her wardrobe, a personal vault of elegance. Tiffany, Dior, Hermes, more than accessories, they're armor. Ivanka doesn't just wear luxury, she curates it. Her jewelry collection is a museum of timeless pieces, including a $75,000 Tiffany diamond necklace, a delicate 18K gold Elsa Peretti bangle, and a bold rose Vence Dior pendant worth $30,000. Ivanka Trump's home is not about showing off. It's about showing who's in control. Quiet luxury, calculated choices. Everything in her world whispers influence. And here, far from Washington, among the salt air and polished stones, she is not just a former first daughter. She is the queen of her own empire. When Ivanka Trump steps into a room, every detail whispers power, especially what she wears on her wrist and what she drives. Her accessories are not mere adornments. They are declarations. Her style speaks fluent luxury, and her collection of watches, jewels, and cars is nothing short of spectacular. This isn't about extravagance for the sake of it. For Ivanka, each item is carefully chosen, a blend of status, meaning, and legacy. Among her prized possessions is the Rolex Day-Date President, an 18-karat yellow gold statement of timeless authority valued between $40,000 and $50,000. Another classic, the Date Just 36 with a diamond bezel, effortlessly elegant at around $25,000. But she doesn't stop at Rolex. Her Cartier collection includes the Blue Ballon, with its signature sapphire crown and bejeweled face, as well as the striking white gold Panther, a watch valued at nearly $40,000. These aren't timepieces, they're power plays. And then there are the cars, symbols of motion and power. Ivanka doesn't just sit in the back seat of black SUVs, she drives. Her garage boasts a Dodge Ram, a $160,000 beast that defies expectations for a woman of her class. It's not a soccer mom car, it's a statement of strength. Then there's the GMC Yukon, a $270,000 executive class SUV with room for 8 and style for days. She was spotted behind the wheel earlier this year, sunglasses on, kids in tow, effortlessly powerful. Not to be outdone, she also owns a $275,000 Chevrolet Suburban, bold, sleek, and commanding, and the crown jewel of her car collection. a Mercedes 220 SA Ponton, a vintage sedan now worth nearly $250,000. Classic curves, timeless grace, modern empire. Ivanka Trump doesn't flaunt her wealth. She embodies it. Every diamond, every gear shift, every tick of the clock is a reflection of how far she's come. Her arsenal of elegance is built not just on inheritance, but intention. And that's what makes her story resonate. Not just opulence, but ownership. While Ivanka dazzled in the spotlight, Jared Kushner mastered the shadows. A man of few words but decisive influence, Jared didn't need loud speeches or press conferences to make his presence known. He operated where power is quietest but most potent, behind closed doors, in strategy rooms, at the crossroads of politics, diplomacy, and billion-dollar business. Born in 1981 into one of the most powerful Jewish families in the Northeast, Jared grew up surrounded by wealth, legacy, and expectation. By 2015, he was already helming Kushner Companies, a real estate empire valued at over $7 billion and managing a personal fortune estimated at $200 million. But those numbers were only part of his story. His real influence was just beginning. As Donald Trump stepped into the Oval Office, Jared Kushner stepped into history. He wasn't just a son-in-law. He became a senior advisor to the President of the United States. And not by accident, Trump trusted Jared with the most sensitive, high-stakes issues of his administration: Middle East peace, criminal justice reform, U.S.-China relations. These weren't side tasks. They were legacy-defining missions. While critics questioned his experience, few could deny his results. Jared was instrumental in negotiating the Abraham Accords, a series of groundbreaking peace agreements between Israel and Arab nations. He also engaged deeply in modernizing government tech infrastructure and even served as a bridge between Trump and Silicon Valley's elite. Yet through it all, he remained elusive, silent, polished. Jared rarely gave interviews. He wasn't seen ranting on television or trending on social media. Instead, he cultivated an aura of mystery. While Trump shouted, Jared whispered, and sometimes the whisper moved nations. His relationship with Ivanka was more than marriage. It was a true political alliance. Together, they balanced each other, her charisma and social power, his discretion and calculation. She walked the red carpet, he walked the back halls. She charmed the cameras, he charmed the negotiators. This was not the life of a mere advisor. This was the life of a kingmaker. And Jared Kushner, for all his silence, may have shaped more of America's recent history than we realize. Power doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers behind golden gates, wrapped in palm leaves and ocean breeze. When Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner quietly stepped away from Washington, they didn't vanish. They evolved. And where did they retreat to? Not to a hideaway, but to a kingdom. Their new sanctuary, a $24 million waterfront mansion in the ultra-exclusive Indian Creek Island, Miami. Nicknamed the Billionaire Bunker, it's not just a home, it's a statement. Before moving in, they stunned the real estate world by purchasing a $32.2 million plot of land from none other than Julio Iglesias. But it was this mansion that captured their hearts, where modern opulence meets timeless elegance. The estate boasts panoramic ocean views, spa-style pools, marble finishes, and lush gardens meticulously curated like a scene from a fantasy. It's more than a residence, it's a lifestyle, curated, calculated, and quietly extravagant. Ivanka now fills her days with family, wellness, and quiet moments under the Florida sun. Her Instagram is less politics, more palm trees. Gone are the policy meetings, replaced by paddleboarding with Arabella, reading with Joseph, laughing with Theodore. She hasn't abandoned influence. She's simply redefined it. Inside the mansion's private dining room, which looks straight out of Architectural Digest, Ivanka hosted her last birthday. Surrounded by candlelight, white flowers, and the people she loves, she looked more peaceful than she ever did in D.C. It wasn't about stepping away from power. It was about stepping into purpose. The $75,000 Tiffany necklace, the $40,000 Dior rings, the Cartier watches and Mercedes classics in her garage. None of it was ever just about wealth. For Ivanka Trump, these are tools. Symbols of taste, discipline, and yes, legacy. A silent empire built not only on name, but on nuance. And in that $24 million dream home, she's still building. One choice at a time. Ivanka Trump's story isn't just a tale of fashion runways and White House hallways. It's the saga of a woman born into power, who learned to master it with grace and then chose to walk away with her head held high. She didn't need applause to validate her worth. She had already redefined it, from Manhattan penthouses to diplomatic meetings in Riyadh, from the spotlight of political campaigns to the quiet gardens of Indian Creek. Ivanka has lived multiple lifetimes, all in the span of 4 decades. She has been a daughter, a mother, an advisor, a mogul, a symbol, and a woman of paradox. Both public and private, glamorous yet grounded, privileged yet persistent. She has been called the president's daughter. But make no mistake, Ivanka Trump carved her own name into history. And maybe that's the most powerful legacy of all. Not what she inherited, but what she built. As we close this final chapter, we're left with more than headlines. We're left with questions, with awe, and perhaps with inspiration. Could Ivanka return one day? Will she run for office? Or has she already said everything she needed to in silence? And now it's your turn. What do you admire most about Ivanka Trump? What surprised you the most about her journey? Do you think she's done with politics? Or is this just the calm before the next storm? Let's talk in the comments. I read every word you share. If this journey moved you even a little, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, because more stories like this are coming. And together we'll keep exploring the lives behind the headlines. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being part of this story. We're not just telling a tale, we're honoring a legacy. Welcome back to American Adventure, where we dive deep into the fascinating behind-the-scenes stories of global superstars, power players, and the world's most influential figures. Today we begin an extraordinary journey into the life of Ivanka Trump, a name that echoes with wealth, power, and undeniable glamour. With a reported net worth of $800 million, Ivanka has built a life that seems straight out of a dream. Million-dollar mansions, luxury cars, and a social status few could ever imagine. But how did she get here, and what truly lies beneath her glittering lifestyle? Stay with us as we uncover the roots of her success, her image of luxury, and the story of a woman born into one of the most recognizable families in America. This is not just about money, this is about legacy. Let's begin. Ivana Marie Ivanka Trump was born on October 30th, 1981, right in the heart of Manhattan, New York City. She was the second child of real estate tycoon Donald Trump and his first wife, Ivana Trump, a glamorous Czech-born former model. From the moment she was born, Ivanka's life was shaped by 2 powerful forces, privilege and public attention. Nicknamed Ivanka, the Slavic diminutive of her mother's name, she was raised under the spotlight as the Trump dynasty grew throughout the booming 80s and early 90s. Her childhood took a dramatic turn in 1990 when her parents' high-profile divorce made headlines across America. She was only 9 years old. Growing up, she shared her childhood with her brothers Donald Jr. and Eric, and later connected with half-siblings Tiffany Trump and Barron Trump from her father's subsequent marriages. Ivanka's education mirrored the wealth and ambition of her family. She started at the prestigious Chapin School in Christchurch in Manhattan before transferring at age 15 to Choate Rosemary Hall, an elite boarding school in Connecticut. It was during these formative teenage years that Ivanka first dipped her toes into the fashion world. Despite a demanding academic schedule, she pursued modeling on weekends and school breaks, never during the academic year, as her mother once clarified. At age 15, she landed a cover shoot for 17 Magazine's May 1997 issue in a feature highlighting celebrity mothers and daughters. She soon modeled for major fashion brands like Tommy Hilfiger, Thierry Mugler, and Versace, a glimpse into the luxury life that would later define her public persona. After graduating from Choate in 2000, Ivanka initially enrolled at Georgetown University before transferring to her father's alma mater, the University of Pennsylvania. There, she earned her degree in economics and graduated cum laude in 2004. Her impressive academic record hinted at the sharp business instincts that she would later bring into the Trump organization. and into building her own entrepreneurial empire. Ivanka wasn't just born into power, she learned how to wield it. Ivanka Trump's personal life once again made headlines when she converted to Judaism before marrying real estate developer Jared Kushner in 2009. This decision marked a historic moment in American history. When her father took office in 2017, Ivanka became the first Jewish member of a sitting U.S. president's immediate family. For years, Ivanka Trump has been a household name. Her reputation reaches far beyond the walls of Trump Tower. She has built a diverse portfolio spanning fashion, media, business, and publishing. A testament to her relentless drive and adaptability, her career path began in the realm of entertainment, but gradually evolved into a unique blend of entrepreneurship and political influence. It was a deliberate fusion of celebrity appeal and corporate ambition. Ivanka stepped into television through her father's hit reality show, The Apprentice. In its 5th season, she replaced executive Carolyn Kepcher for 5 episodes, beginning with a task involving Gillette products. Her presence wasn't just a fill-in, she added real value, visiting task locations, interacting with contestants, and offering sharp, thoughtful feedback. By season 6, she had become a full-time boardroom judge, solidifying her presence as a calm and calculated businesswoman under pressure. She also appeared on Celebrity Apprentice, reinforcing her poised on-screen persona. But Ivanka was no stranger to the spotlight. At just 15, she co-hosted the 1997 Miss Teen USA pageant, a competition partly owned by her father at the time. She later made guest appearances on fashion reality shows like Project Runway and Project Runway All-Stars, where her fashion expertise earned her a guest judge role. In 2010, Ivanka and Jared Kushner even made a brief cameo, as themselves, in the hit TV series Gossip Girl, hinting at their real-life status within New York's elite. Their appearance was subtle, but symbolic. Ivanka's fashion roots ran deeper than television. As a boarding school student, she began modeling on weekends and holidays, a strict rule enforced by her mother, Ivana. Despite her limited time, she quickly gained traction in the fashion world. She appeared in campaigns for Tommy Hilfiger, Thierry Mugler, and Versace, and graced the pages of L'Officiel, Vogue, Teen Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and Marie Claire. She walked the runway and posed for covers of 17, Forbes Life, Golf Digest, Town & Country, Shape, and Stuff. In 2007 and 2008, Vanity Fair named her among the world's best dressed, solidifying her image as a modern style icon. She didn't just wear fashion, she embodied it. Ivanka later transitioned from fashion to authorship. In 2009, she published her first book, The Trump Card, Playing to Win in Work and Life, co-written with ghostwriter Daniel Paisner. The book blended personal stories with business advice, a glimpse into life as both a Trump and a driven woman. And by 2017, her influence would extend far beyond the runway and the boardroom, reaching all the way into the West Wing. But that chapter, the most controversial one yet, is still to come. Ivanka Trump's second book, Women Who Work, Rewriting the Rules for Success, took a more structured approach to female empowerment in the workplace, blending her own experiences with insights from renowned thought leaders like Adam Grant, Simon Sinek, and Stephen Covey. Ivanka aimed to redefine success for modern women. Though the book received mixed reviews, Ivanka used it as a platform to champion women's empowerment. She donated $200,000 in royalties to nonprofits such as the National Urban League and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. She even allocated half of her book's advance to fund a women's entrepreneurship center at the National Urban League in Baltimore, a charitable gesture aligned with the book's mission. The book was also part of a larger Women Who Work campaign aiming to redefine how women are seen and supported in the modern workforce. While the campaign drew both praise and criticism, it reflected Ivanka's efforts to merge brand, business, and social advocacy. From judging boardroom battles on reality TV to standing up for women in the workplace, her journey shows a woman navigating fame with purpose. Ivanka Trump's career continues to reflect her multifaceted identity, part heiress, part executive, and part cultural figure. Having grown up under constant public scrutiny, she has built not only a name, but a vast fortune through real estate, fashion, television, publishing, and brand licensing. One of the most fascinating aspects of her lifestyle is the sheer luxury of the home she owns. From high-end Manhattan residence to sprawling waterfront estates in Florida, Ivanka has lived in some of the most elegant and exclusive properties in America. These homes aren't just places to live. They are reflections of status, refined taste, and a carefully curated public image. A closer look at her real estate choices reveals a lifestyle as meticulously crafted as her brand. In December 2020, Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner made headlines again when they quietly purchased a $30 million plot of undeveloped land on the ultra-private Indian Creek Island in Miami. This wasn't just any transaction. It was a statement, a billionaire's retreat. Indian Creek is one of the most secretive and secure residential communities in America, if not the world. The land was sold to Ivanka by none other than Latin music icon Julio Iglesias, who had combined multiple lots to form a pristine 1.8-acre blank canvas overlooking Biscayne Bay. For Ivanka and Jared, this wasn't just a new address. It was a lifestyle upgrade, a return to luxury, exclusivity, and high society, far from the political storms of Washington, D.C. Access to Indian Creek is so restricted that even approved visitors cannot exit their vehicles anywhere except the destination's exact security checkpoint. With only around 40 full-time residents, the island employs a 14-member private police force. This ultra-security has drawn A-list homeowners such as Beyoncé and Jay-Z, billionaire hedge funder Eddie Lampert, NFL legend Don Shula, and supermodel Adriana Lima. Ivanka and Jared's move signaled not just a relocation, but a bold re-entry into the upper echelons of American wealth and influence. And then there's Surfside. Just north of Miami Beach, Ivanka Trump's luxury waterfront condo continues to turn heads. With an estimated listing price of up to $80 million, it's not just a home, it's a lifestyle statement. Valued at a staggering $8 million, this seductive residence blends luxury, privacy, and elite-level amenities in one of South Florida's most coveted enclaves. Spanning over 7,000 square feet, this tri-level penthouse feels less like an apartment and more like a private mansion in the sky. Surrounding the residence is a breathtaking wraparound terrace that offers sweeping ocean views, a private pool, and even a carefully manicured lawn. Rare luxuries for any high-rise. This outdoor haven provides the Trump-Kushner family with ample space to relax, entertain, or simply bask in Florida's endless sunshine. Housed within an exclusive building known as Arte, this residence is part of a development that has become a magnet for ultra-wealthy buyers. Sleek modern architecture and an unwavering commitment to privacy have attracted celebrities, tech moguls, and the global elite. With only 16 units in the entire building, each residence enjoys the luxury of a private elevator, amplifying the sense of seclusion and grandeur. But it doesn't stop there. Residents of Arte have access to world-class amenities, including a rooftop tennis court with panoramic ocean views, a state-of-the-art fitness center, full concierge service, and 24/7 security. Ivanka and Jared's unit is particularly unique thanks to its spacious layout, exclusive lawn, and private pool, features virtually unheard of in a high-rise, especially for a high-profile family blending politics, business, and ultra-luxury living. This home became their peaceful retreat in the post-White House chapter, a sanctuary away from Washington's chaos. Real estate insiders suggest that this listing isn't just another property sale. It's a deliberate move in Ivanka Trump's evolving lifestyle brand. Priced at $18.8 million, the home reflects not only exclusivity, but also the Trump-Kushner aura of elite living. Beyond real estate, Ivanka's taste in luxury extends to her impressive car collection, an elegant fleet blending modern sophistication with power and practicality. One of the newest additions to her garage is the 25 Genesis GV80, a premium SUV that fuses sleek design with luxurious comfort. Packed with advanced tech and an ultra-quiet ride, it's a top choice among executives and celebrities, perfectly suiting Ivanka's refined yet practical persona. Another highlight is the 2025 Chevrolet Tahoe, an imposing yet elegant full-size SUV. With spacious interiors and strong lines, the Tahoe fits Ivanka's family-focused lifestyle and provides the security, power, and space needed for both daily errands and extended road trips. The 2025 Chevrolet Suburban takes comfort even further, offering 3 rows of seating and vast storage capacity, making it a go-to choice for celebrity families. Its majestic road presence and discreet profile make it ideal for both family outings and high-security events. Rounding out her collection is the 2019 GMC Yukon SLT, a reliable luxury SUV that balances bold design with everyday utility. Features like leather seats, a powerful engine, and advanced safety systems make it a practical, yet luxurious ride. Ivanka Trump's car collection is as layered as her public persona, practical yet elegant, luxurious but understated. Her GMC Yukon fits this duality perfectly. While less flashy than newer models, the Yukon is respected for its rugged silhouette and quiet class. It's not about drawing attention, but about commanding quiet respect. Though most of her fleet includes full-size SUVs, the 2017 Chevrolet Impala stands out, a sleek, smooth sedan that offers comfort and a more discreet presence on the road. It's the kind of car chosen for solo outings or high-stakes meetings where subtlety matters more than stature. The oldest car in her collection? A 2004 GMC Envoy. It harks back to a time when utility reigned. It lacks modern bells and whistles, but it speaks to a functional past, maybe even nostalgia. Whether it's for running quiet errands or simply a keepsake of a different era, the Envoy adds texture to her lineup. From elegant sedans to powerful SUVs, Ivanka's car collection mirrors her life. Pragmatic yet prestigious. Each vehicle serves a distinct purpose, whether for family travel, solo tasks, or high-security events. But which one would you choose? Let us know in the comments below. But Ivanka's career wasn't just about cars or couture, it was about breaking expectations. With a degree from the prestigious Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania, she stepped into the business world with a name that opened doors, but a mindset determined to earn respect. Her early career began at Forest City Ratner, a real estate company in New York, where she gained hands-on experience before joining the Trump Organization. There, she rose to become Executive Vice President of Development and Acquisitions, leading large-scale property projects both in the U.S. and abroad. Among her most high-profile successes was the transformation of Washington, D.C.'s historic old post office into the luxurious Trump International Hotel. Under Ivanka's leadership, the $200 million project went from a crumbling landmark to a crown jewel, completed and opened in 2016. She also played a key role in acquiring and revamping the iconic Doral Resort in Miami, transforming the 700-room complex into a world-class luxury destination. But Ivanka's ambitions didn't stop at real estate. She stepped into fashion with a clear mission: create stylish, functional products for modern working women. Her fashion brand, launched in 2007, included clothing, handbags, shoes, and accessories that landed in department stores like Macy's and Hudson's Bay. By 2010, it had become a rising force, earning the Launch of the Year award from Footwear News, followed by the Breakthrough Award from the Accessories Council in 2015, presented by legendary designer Carolina Herrera. She even entered the fine jewelry market through a partnership with Dynamic Diamond Corp., launching a diamond and gold line in Manhattan. Later moved to Soho, her store attracted celebrities like Jennifer Lopez and Rihanna, who were spotted wearing her pieces in magazines. But success came with scrutiny. As Ivanka served as both a paid advisor and an informal employee at the Trump Organization while moving into politics, she faced investigations around financial disclosures. In July 2018, she officially shut down her fashion brand to focus on public service. Internationally, Ivanka made her mark in 2017 by partnering with the World Bank to launch a global fund supporting female entrepreneurs. Yet even her philanthropic ventures face controversy. She filed for 36 trademarks in China between March and July 2016, several of which were approved shortly after President Trump's inauguration. Critics questioned the timing, especially as approvals coincided with a state visit by Chinese President Xi Jinping. Chinese authorities insisted approvals were handled fairly, but labor concerns also emerged. In 2017, 3 labor activists investigating a factory producing shoes for various U.S. brands, including Ivanka's, were arrested. Around the same time, major retailers like Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom stopped carrying her products, citing declining sales. Others soon followed. Though her business chapter has closed, Ivanka Trump left a lasting imprint in both real estate and fashion. Her name once adorned luxury hotels and department store shelves alike. Now it represents a broader transformation, from entrepreneur to political figure, navigating the tangled web of power, image, and global influence. Ivanka Trump's complex personal identity and evolving public persona first came into focus through her past ties with prominent Democratic politicians. Her transformation into a prominent Republican figure became clearer during her father's time in the White House. Back in 2007, she attracted attention for donating $1,000 to then-Senator Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign, an action that hinted at her more liberal leanings at the time. And it wasn't an isolated gesture. In 2013, Ivanka and her husband, Jared Kushner, hosted a fundraiser for Democrat Cory Booker, raising over $40,000 for his U.S. Senate run. Yet Ivanka also publicly supported Republican candidate Mitt Romney in 2012, showing a willingness to cross party lines. In her own words at the 2016 Republican National Convention, she declared, "Like many millennials, I do not consider myself categorically Republican or Democrat. But by 2018, Ivanka had officially switched her New York voter registration from Democrat to Republican, a clear political realignment during her father's presidency. Her political voice grew louder as she took on the role of senior advisor in the White House, aligning herself with her father's platform and eventually embracing the pro-life movement and calling herself a proud Trump Republican. Ivanka's influence extended beyond policy. She helped shape how the Trump administration communicated with younger, socially conscious voters. Outside politics, Ivanka immersed herself in philanthropy. She once served on the board of the Donald J. Trump Foundation, which was dissolved following legal investigations into alleged misuse of funds. As part of a 2019 settlement, she and her brothers were required to complete mandatory training on charitable organization management. Despite the controversy, Ivanka continued to champion causes in her own way, including co-founding the Girl Up campaign with the United Nations Foundation in 2010. That campaign focused on empowering young girls around the globe. In 2014, Ivanka launched IvankaTrump.com and the Women Who Work initiative to inspire and equip modern working women. Blending lifestyle advice with career development, these platforms positioned Ivanka as a spokesperson for women's empowerment in the workplace. She eventually took her philanthropic reach global. In March 22, she partnered with faith-based nonprofits like CityServe, City of Destiny, and Mercy Chefs to deliver 1 million meals to Ukrainian families affected by war. Later that year, she provided generators to Ukrainian churches and coordinated with health leaders to send 5 aircraft filled with the medical supplies. Her efforts were publicly endorsed by high-profile figures, including the First Lady of Poland and Poland's ambassador to the United Nations. Ivanka's deep connection to Jewish charitable groups was also notable, influenced by her conversion to Judaism after marrying Jared Kushner. She supported organizations like Chai Lifeline, which aids children with cancer, and United Hatzalah, an Israeli emergency response group. The Trump Emergency Fund was said to have contributed significantly to these efforts, often in coordination with Ivanka. Ivanka also made a point to donate part of the advance from her book, Women Who Work, to nonprofits like the National Urban League and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. This decision came shortly after she became a White House advisor, helping her avoid potential conflicts of interest while reaffirming her public commitment to social impact. The couple traded political press briefings for paddleboards and oceanfront serenity, turning their focus toward family life and personal happiness. In a surprising chapter of this transformation, Ivanka took up Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu alongside Jared and their children. She trained under the prestigious Valente brothers in Miami, a renowned martial arts family known for coaching a discreet but elite clientele. This move marked a clear shift toward wellness, discipline, and balance, traits reflecting Ivanka's continued evolution from a fashion heiress into a devoted mother and lifestyle icon. Before she became a prominent businesswoman and senior advisor in the White House, Ivanka Trump had lived a quieter, more personal journey of love, one that underscored the complex interplay between ambition, privilege, and family expectation. During her college years at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, Ivanka maintained a nearly 4-year relationship with investment banker Greg Hirsch. Their relationship, while stable and formative, ended when Ivanka graduated and delved deeper into her family's real estate empire. From 2001 to 2005, she dated James Bingo Gubelman, a fixture in New York's social elite, known for appearances in documentaries about privileged youth and lavish lifestyles. Their romance garnered moderate media attention at the time, fueled in part by their mutual fame and well-known family names. But it was in 2000 that Ivanka's most defining relationship began, when she met real estate developer Jared Kushner through mutual friends. Their chemistry was instant, two heirs to powerful real estate dynasties, equally ambitious and poised for legacy. Yet their love was not without obstacles. In 2008, the couple briefly split over cultural and religious differences, particularly the opposition from Kushner's Orthodox Jewish parents. But love ultimately prevailed. Ivanka converted to Judaism, and in October 2009, the couple married in a traditional Jewish ceremony, a milestone moment both personally and spiritually for Ivanka. Together, Ivanka and Jared built a family centered on faith, tradition, and intentional privacy. They now have 3 children, a daughter born in July 2011, followed by 2 sons in October 2013 and March 2016. Though Ivanka occasionally offers glimpses into their home life, she's been candid about the emotional challenges she faced postpartum. In a revealing interview with Dr. Oz, Ivanka disclosed that she suffered from postpartum depression after each of her 3 births. This rare admission showed a vulnerable, deeply human side to a woman often portrayed as composed and unshakable. Ivanka's personal life, from her college romances to marriage and motherhood, traces a path of transformation. It's a delicate blend of traditional values and modern ambition, public scrutiny and private resilience. It's a story still unfolding, one chapter at a time. Thank you so much for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed this intimate journey into Ivanka's glamorous yet complex lifestyle, from real estate empires to her impressive car collection. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more celebrity net worths, mansions, and luxurious lifestyles, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Meet Ivanka Trump, the embodiment of elegance and power. With a jaw-dropping $25 million art collection, a fleet of 4 luxury cars including a classic Mercedes 220 SE Ponton, and a $31.8 million estate, her life is an exquisite blend of mystery and opulence. This iconic woman has secured her place as one of the most captivating figures in modern history. Today, we invite you to step inside her extraordinary world. From teenage model to global symbol, Ivanka Trump's transformation from a stylish teen model to a powerhouse businesswoman and influential political figure is a story carved by ambition, intellect, and sheer resilience. Born on October 30th, 1981, the daughter of Donald Trump and his first wife, Ivana Trump, Ivanka was raised in the public eye, bearing the immense weight of a family legacy, and doing so with unwavering grace. From her early education at the prestigious Chapin School in Manhattan to her graduation from the renowned Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania in 2004, Ivanka's academic and professional path was paved with excellence. These milestones would set the stage for her rise to prominence in the world of business and influence. Her teenage foray into modeling revealed another dimension of her persona, gracing the covers of elite magazines like Forbes, Harper's Bazaar, and Top Choice. She turned heads with her poise and presence. At just 15, she was strutting down luxury runways and even co-hosted the Miss Teen USA pageant in 1997, captivating audiences with her charm and confidence. Yet modeling was just the beginning. After earning her economics degree, Ivanka joined the Trump Organization at the age of 24. It didn't take long for her to prove herself as a formidable force in the business world. Her leadership earned her international recognition, including being named to Fortune's 40 Under 40 and Forbes' list of the world's 100 most powerful women. Ivanka's influence, however, extends far beyond the boardroom. She became a household name through her appearances on her father's hit television show, The Apprentice, where her poise and business acumen impressed millions. Her image, sharp, graceful, and driven, became a defining symbol of the modern American heiress. Ivanka's rise as a cultural icon was further solidified through her appearances on hit television shows like The Apprentice. In 2006, she captivated audiences once again by joining major talk shows such as The Tonight Show with Jay Leno and The Late Show with David Letterman. Her guest judge appearance on Project Runway showcased her charisma and sense of style, reinforcing her presence as a rising entertainment figure. Her voice reached even farther through her best-selling books. In 2009, the Trump card gave readers an intimate look into her personal philosophy and professional strategies. Then in 2017, she followed up with Women Who Work, a compelling manifesto that empowered women to strike a balance between career success and personal dreams. Through her words, Ivanka inspired countless women to chase ambition without sacrificing grace. In 2007, Ivanka expanded her empire into the world of fashion by launching a fine jewelry line in collaboration with Dynamic Diamond Corporation. Featuring exquisite gold and diamond pieces, her brand quickly found a place in upscale boutiques across North America. She later debuted her own shoe and apparel lines, redefining modern elegance through designs that blended sophistication with practicality. Always the face of her brand, Ivanka remained deeply involved in marketing and even modeled her own collections. Her commitment to authenticity gave the brand a distinct voice in the crowded fashion market. By 2017, Ivanka had cemented her role not just as a fashion and business icon, but also as a major cultural and political figure. Named one of Forbes' 20 most powerful women in the world, she stepped into the role of senior advisor to her father, President Donald Trump, where she played a key part in women's empowerment and economic independence initiatives. Her impact was recognized globally when the World Economic Forum named her a young global leader, a testament to her growing influence on the international stage. So take a moment, pour yourself a favorite cup of tea or coffee, and immerse yourself in this remarkable journey with us. Because what comes next will reveal how Ivanka Trump quietly shaped American politics from behind the scenes. In 2015, Ivanka played a crucial role in encouraging her father, Donald Trump, to run for the U.S. presidency. Her unwavering support didn't stop there. After his victory in the 2016 election, she made a bold move, stepping away from her personal business ventures and relocating from New York to Washington, D.C., alongside her husband, Jared Kushner. Though she wasn't officially vice president, a role her father reportedly once considered offering her, Ivanka became one of the most influential voices in his administration. She was instrumental in advancing major policy initiatives and emerged as a trusted advisor and confidant to the president. Representing the administration on key global issues and attending high-level international events, Ivanka Trump helped secure millions in development deals and foreign aid. Donald Trump often expressed immense pride in his daughter, calling her smart, captivating, and deeply admirable. Her presence in Washington wasn't just about loyalty. It was a testament to her ability to navigate power, diplomacy, and global influence. Beyond politics, Ivanka embodied compassion. Her philanthropic efforts included meaningful support for the New York City Police Foundation and Cookies for Kids Cancer, a nonprofit dedicated to pediatric cancer research. These acts of giving reflected her deep commitment to balancing a life in the public eye with purpose and service. The love life of Ivanka Trump has always intrigued the public, but it was her relationship with Jared Kushner, a charming billionaire, that truly captured both headlines and hearts. Donald Trump, known for being fiercely protective, famously joked that no suitor could win Ivanka's hand without his approval. "She's stunning, and most importantly, she's my daughter," Trump would quip with a grin. Ivanka herself admitted that introducing boyfriends to her father was no easy feat. She once joked on Late Night with Conan O'Brien in 2007 that her dad could be a little intimidating before meeting Jared. Before meeting Jared, Ivanka's dating life was equally high profile. From strolling the streets of Manhattan with an investment banker to being linked to a Hollywood film producer. Her dating history reflected a vibrant social life, but her views on relationships were always clear. "I don't care what field they're in, I just want someone confident and successful in their own way," she once said in an interview in late 2007. Everything changed when Ivanka met Jared Kushner, born January 10, 1981, into a wealthy Jewish family in New Jersey. A successful real estate mogul and media publisher, Jared shared Ivanka's ambition and values, forging a powerful bond. To marry him, Ivanka converted to Judaism, a deeply personal gesture of devotion. Their wedding, held on October 25, 2009, at the Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey, was a lavish celebration attended by 500 guests, including A-listers like Natalie Portman and Rupert Murdoch. Donald Trump beamed with pride, calling them a smart, beautiful couple and predicting a brilliant future together. Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump's accomplished husband, embodies the rare fusion of business genius and political clout. A Harvard graduate with an MBA from NYU, Jared was already making waves in real estate while still a student, generating over $20 million in profits and using half of it at just $25 to purchase the New York Observer, a prominent real estate-focused publication. Under his leadership, the newspaper's monthly readership skyrocketed to over 6 million by 2007 when he modernized its operations. He solidified his status as a real estate tycoon by orchestrating the record-breaking $1.8 billion purchase of 666 Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. As CEO of Kushner Companies, founded by his father Charles Kushner, Jared spearheaded real estate deals exceeding $7 billion in New York City alone. By 2016, he had helped expand the family empire while amassing a personal net worth of around $200 million. His uncanny ability to navigate high-stakes negotiations and expand the family empire made him one of the most respected figures in real estate. But Jared's influence soon extended far beyond business. When his father-in-law, Donald Trump, ran for president in 2016, Jared entered the world of politics with quiet force. Although Jared Kushner held no official title at first, he quickly became one of Donald Trump's most trusted advisors and strategic architects. From behind the scenes, Jared helped shape the Trump campaign with precision and diplomacy. He strengthened ties with influential Jewish leaders, crafted key speeches, and worked tirelessly to manage the administration's turbulent relationship with the media, often using his platform at the New York Observer to steer narratives. During the heat of controversies, especially those involving anti-Semitic accusations, Jared was a shield for the Trump family. He even acted as a peacemaker between Trump and top figures in media powerhouses like Fox News. His influence, though quiet, was undeniable. Even after Donald Trump took office, Jared's role didn't diminish. Both he and Ivanka became unpaid senior advisors in the White House, juggling the weight of public service with the scrutiny of their private business interests. Reports later revealed that in 2017 alone, the couple earned a combined $83 million from various ventures. Ivanka retained her stake in the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C., which generated more than $13 million while she was part of the administration. Meanwhile, Jared launched Kushner BVI Limited, a company based in the British Virgin Islands, managing assets like the Park Avenue property worth over $25 million. If you're enjoying this video, leave us a heart in the comments. And if not, tell us with a 0. Your feedback helps us grow. Ivanka Trump's elegant persona extended far beyond politics. Her refined taste in art, luxury cars, and elite real estate solidified her image as a connoisseur of life's most exquisite offerings. Her passion for the arts was reflected in her private collection, valued at over $25 million, which included a black and white silkscreen by Nate Lomond worth $665,000 and a vibrant piece by Dan Colin valued at $578,000 back in 2012. These masterpieces were carefully curated to harmonize with the interiors of her lavish homes. When it comes to automobiles, Ivanka's garage is equally extravagant. She owns 4 luxury vehicles: a Ram, a GMC Yukon, a Chevrolet Suburban, and her beloved vintage Mercedes 220 SE Ponton from the 1950s, estimated at $200,000. Her car collection speaks to a dual love of heritage and performance. Ivanka's real estate portfolio, too, mirrors a life of extraordinary privilege. Raised in multi-million-dollar mansions, she bought her first apartment for $1.1 million at just 19 years old. After marrying Jared, they upgraded to a $3.2 million duplex in Manhattan. During Donald Trump's presidency, the couple purchased a stunning $5.5 million home in Washington, D.C., before ultimately settling in Florida's ultra-exclusive Indian Creek Island, a billionaire's enclave. In late 2020, Ivanka and Jared sealed the deal on a $31 million waterfront property there, a bold declaration of wealth and status. The $8 million plot on Indian Creek was only the beginning. Soon after, Ivanka and Jared acquired a $24 million waterfront mansion just a few blocks away. This six-bedroom estate spans over 7,900 square feet and is a breathtaking blend of classic French neoclassical architecture and tropical luxury. With its arched windows and panoramic water views, it sits on a spacious 5,000 square meter lot. Inside, the mansion boasts a grand foyer, a private gym, and expansive entertainment areas, each bathed in a refined palette of whites and warm browns that reflect Ivanka's signature taste. Indian Creek Island, known as the Billionaire's Bunker, is one of the most exclusive enclaves in the United States. With only 34 homes and 42 residents, the island is home to some of the world's wealthiest and most influential figures. In this rarefied sanctuary, Ivanka Trump's life embodies modern American aristocracy, where power, privacy, and sophistication intertwine. Her passion for investment mirrors her deep aesthetic sensibility, reinforcing her position in the highest echelons of society. To Ivanka Trump, fashion is far more than a personal indulgence. It's a refined language she uses to convey professionalism, femininity, and timeless elegance, qualities that defined her public image during her time in Washington and beyond. Whether seated in high-level policy meetings or offering glimpses into her daily life on Instagram, Ivanka consistently radiates her mantra of graceful sophistication. During her years in Washington, D.C., her wardrobe was a curated collection of tailored pencil dresses and sleek silhouettes, often paired with understated accessories. In 2010, she made headlines wearing a chic black and white knit dress from Escada, a brand long associated with refined European luxury. That particular design sold out rapidly, yet typical Escada pieces often range from $700 to over $1,000, underscoring Ivanka's impeccable taste. Her love for high-end labels like Oscar de la Renta, Gucci, and Burberry is evident in her sartorial choices. One of her standout pieces includes a white Oscar de la Renta dress with delicate blue floral embroidery, valued between $2,800 and $12,990. Another favorite, a bold red Gucci ensemble priced at over $2,200. Each piece in her wardrobe speaks volumes about her unwavering commitment to elegance. In 2020, she captivated attention in a polka dot Burberry dress worth $11,990, proving that her style remains flawless across every occasion. Ivanka Trump's fashion evolution took on a fresh and vibrant tone after her departure from the White House. No longer bound by the constraints of political protocol, her style began to reflect a more relaxed yet still striking chapter of her life. In 2022, she re-emerged on social media donning colorful and joyful outfits. By September of that year, in 2022, Ivanka stepped into the spotlight wearing a chic sleeveless brown crop top paired elegantly with a high-waisted white skirt, a simple but striking ensemble that marked her fresh take on personal style. Just a month later, she celebrated her birthday in a stunning black and blue floral mini dress by Alexander McQueen. Initially priced at $700, the dress was later spotted at a discounted $460 on various Italian retail sites, yet it didn't lessen the aura of high fashion that Ivanka effortlessly radiated. By 2023, her wardrobe took on an even bolder dimension. At the Formula One Miami Grand Prix in May, she turned heads in a body-hugging, multicolored dress by Emilio Pucci, arguably one of her most daring looks to date. Though the exact design wasn't listed online, similar pieces from the brand retailed for around $1,120, making it clear she was not shying away from statement fashion. Later that same month, she toned things down with a minimalist yet refined look, a crisp two-piece white ensemble featuring a linen blouse and flowing maxi skirt. By December, Ivanka brought glamour to the grand opening of the Fontainebleau Las Vegas, where she wore a floor-length black gown by Monique L'Huillier with a plunging neckline and impeccable detailing, a piece retailing at a jaw-dropping $3,500. And just as the world was adjusting to her elevated fashion language, she stunned once more in early 2024 during a pre-wedding event for the Ambani family in India. Dressed in a custom ivory lehenga designed by the legendary Manish Malhotra, Ivanka shimmered in a masterpiece adorned with pearls, crystals, and intricate beading. This one-of-a-kind ensemble had no price tag. Its value was in the cultural bridge it represented, seamlessly blending modern elegance with traditional Indian craftsmanship. Yet beyond the high-gloss wardrobe and social appearances, Ivanka's lifestyle reveals a deeper layer of intentionality. Following the birth of her second child, she embraced a balanced approach to health and wellness, adopting a nutrient-rich diet focused on whole grains, healthy fats, and protein-packed meals. Her mornings typically begin with lemon water and berries, followed by a jog, and lunches often include grilled chicken or salmon paired with fresh salads. Post-White House, Ivanka Trump's life is a glamorous fusion of bold fashion statements and a quiet commitment to health and reinvention, all while remaining loyal to her signature elegance. And behind the dazzling wardrobe and glowing complexion lies her most important role, that of a devoted mother. Raising 3 children, Ivanka is fiercely dedicated to instilling strong educational values and a deep sense of tradition. Her firstborn, Arabella Rose Kushner, was born on July 17, 2011, and quickly captured public attention during Donald Trump's presidency. From reciting Chinese poetry to charming global audiences with her poise, Arabella has been a graceful presence beside her mother. Ivanka Trump's parenting journey is not just a reflection of discipline, elegance, and affluence. It's a legacy in motion. From her daughter Arabella reciting Chinese poetry and singing odes to President Xi Jinping at a diplomatic event, a moment that stunned both American and international audiences, to naming her sons with deep generational meaning, Ivanka weaves family heritage into every detail. Her second child, Joseph Frederick Kushner, born on October 14, 2013, bears the name Joseph as a tribute to Jared Kushner's lineage, while Frederick honors Ivanka's Trump family roots. Their youngest, Theodore James Kushner, affectionately nicknamed Theo, was born on March 27, 2016. Ivanka proudly shared that Theo's hobbies include playing the piano, soccer, solving Rubik's Cubes, and studying both Hebrew and Mandarin, all pointing to the broad global education she deeply values for her children. Growing up in a household grounded in strong traditions passed down by her parents, former President Donald Trump and Ivana Trump, Ivanka now channels that same foundation into how she and Jared raise their children. Structure and consistency define their parenting. One shining example? Their unwavering commitment to Shabbat dinner every Friday evening, 25 hours completely unplugged from technology, reserved solely for family connection. From Friday to Saturday, Ivanka has said, we do nothing but spend time together. No phones, no distractions. Even everyday routines in the Trump-Kushner household that are imbued with purpose. Mornings begin with thoughtfully prepared breakfasts like green yogurt with berries or oatmeal sprinkled with nuts, nourishing both body and mind. Ivanka instills in her children not only healthy habits, but also an attitude of gratitude and emotional mindfulness. I feel great today, and I hope this video brings you the same joy and positive energy, she once remarked, capturing the spirit of her balanced, intentional life. Balancing motherhood with ambition, Ivanka Trump has become a modern symbol of poised resilience. Despite the demands of her high-profile career, family remains her anchor. In her 2017 book, Women Who Work, Ivanka candidly shared her strategies for juggling professional and parental responsibilities. One cornerstone of her daily life? Always leaving the office before 6 p.m. to dedicate her evenings to her children, cooking dinner, reading books, and simply playing on the floor. Whether it's spending 20 uninterrupted minutes building block towers with Joseph or reading 2 books nightly to Arabella, Ivanka fiercely guards this quality time as sacred and non-negotiable. Arabella, Ivanka's eldest, shares her mother's love for literature. Ivanka often takes her to the library and encourages her creativity, sometimes letting Arabella color in blueprints of high-rise buildings. Their special bond even extends to weekly lunch dates at a local cafe where they laugh, chat, and dream together. Moments that embody the heart of Ivanka Trump's quietly powerful motherhood. The restaurant where Arabella often ordered salmon with vegetables became more than just a place for meals. It became a space where Ivanka nourished not only creativity, but also instilled values like respect and discipline. Rather than giving in to every wish, Ivanka believed in teaching her children what was best for them in the long run, even if it meant choosing the harder path in the short term. As a mother, she often compared parenting to managing a team, emphasizing that leading by example was essential. You can't teach respect and gratitude, she once wrote, If you don't, say please and thank you yourself. By closely observing each of her children, Ivanka tailored her parenting approach to suit their unique personalities. Her thoughtful motherhood philosophy could be seen in her heartfelt notes and reflections on each child. She frequently spoke about the privilege of balancing motherhood with her professional life, often saying, "I feel incredibly lucky to have a job I'm passionate about. But at the end of the day, my family is the center of my universe." This unwavering commitment to her children, combined with her belief in nurturing independence and resilience, painted the portrait of a mother both deeply loving and purpose-driven. But as Ivanka poured her heart into motherhood, another chapter of her life began to unravel. One far more complicated. After Donald Trump was elected President of the United States on November 8, 2016, Ivanka's fashion brand suddenly found itself in the national spotlight. The Trump family's meteoric rise to global prominence blurred the lines between glamour and scandal, thrusting Ivanka into a controversial limelight. Her brand, once praised for its modern elegance and working woman appeal, became the center of political debate. Matters intensified in February 2017 when Kellyanne Conway, one of Trump's top advisors, enthusiastically promoted Ivanka's products during a live television interview from the White House. Her endorsement sparked widespread ethical criticism, raising questions about the relationship between political influence and private business.